Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken here with Splash Sports. Today is June 27, 2024. Little recap on yesterday's performance, our first losing day of the week. We went 1-2. How about that Yankees and the Mets game? They scored 14 runs. We had the YRFI, and they didn't score a run in the first inning. Tough one to swallow. It's all right. First losing day of this week. Looking to get right back into it. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game. Plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those free plays, be sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another video, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look at Thursday's game. Let's have a bounce back day, maybe a clean sweep. Who knows? Rolling into game number 1, we got the Texas Rangers taking on the Baltimore Orioles here. For the Texas Rangers, John Gray will be on the mound. He's 3-3 currently this season with 71 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 3.03 here, 68 strikeouts and 24 earned runs here for John Gray. He'll be matched up against the Baltimore Orioles' Corbin Burns, who's 8-3 this season, 99 innings of work, does have a lower end of an ERA, sitting at a 2.35 here, 94 strikeouts. He's averaging just under a strikeout per inning and 26 earned runs. You look at what Corbin Burns did in his last outing, coming off a loss against the Houston Astros, going 7 innings of work, 5 hits, and 4 earned runs in that one. Corbin Burns is pitching back at home here, where he does have a lot of success. His last home start was against that Philadelphia Phillies team, where he got the win, going 6 innings of work, 2 earned runs, and he got the win, like I said. John Gray, on the other hand, finally picked up his 3rd win of this season against the Kansas City Royals there. I think he builds off that performance in the Kansas City Royals. He finally got his 3rd win after, I believe it was 6 games without a win there, and John Gray finally put the Royals to bed. I think he has a nice start here against the Baltimore Orioles. Granted, the Baltimore Orioles are almost leading every offensive category in the MLB here, especially runs per game, but I think John Gray gets out of this first inning unscathed, and Corbin Burns does what Corbin Burns does. That's why in game number 1 between the Texas Rangers and the Baltimore Orioles, we are smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Let's roll into game number 2 between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays here. For the New York Yankees, they got Carlos Rodon on the mound. He's 9-4, 88 innings of work here. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.86 here. 84 strikeouts. He too is just under a strikeout per inning and 38 earned runs here for Carlos Rodon on the season. He'll be matched up in Toronto against Jose Barrios. He's 6-6 with 97 innings of work. Does have an ERA at a 3.43 here in 68 strikeouts and 37 earned runs. You look at what Carlos Rodon has done in his back-to-back games with a loss for this New York Yankees team. That is unlike him this year, the last being against the Atlanta Braves there, where he only went 3.2 innings of work, 11 hits, and 7 earned runs for Carlos Rodon. Clearly, he's looking to have a bounce-back game and to break this little losing streak that he is on right now. And then Jose Barrios, he's coming off a loss as well to the Cleveland Guardians, going 5 innings of work, 6 hits, and 5 earned runs. He is pitching back here at home, where he does have a lot of success, and the New York Yankees had to travel all the way from New York here to Toronto, so they might be a little jet lagged. That's why in game number 2 between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays, we were smacking the NRFI as well. No runs first inning. Let's roll into our 3rd and final game between the Minnesota Twins and the Arizona Diamondbacks here. For the Minnesota Twins, they have Dave Festa on the mound. He has not pitched since March 10th out of the bullpen for this Minnesota Twins team. And he's making a start here today against Jordan Montgomery, who's 6-4, 63 innings of work, does have a high ERA at a 5.71 here, 44 strikeouts and 40 earned runs. That strikeout to earned run ratio is very close. He almost has as many earned runs as strikeouts for Jordan Montgomery. And like I said, Fiesta has not recorded, or has only recorded, 1 inning pitched against the Nationals on March 10th. Allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, and he hasn't pitched since. Now he's making the start here today. We'll see what he could do, but I'm leaning more towards this Arizona Diamondbacks team, especially their offense in the top of the order, Marte especially, to get on and to get active on the base passes and to score a run here against David. I just don't see it. He hasn't pitched here since March 10th. He made one inning or one appearance, one hit, one walk. Don't have much on him, but this Arizona Diamondbacks offense needs to get going here. They ended up losing yesterday's game 8-3 in that one. The series is split 1-1, so I guess you could call it a rubber match, but I'm leaning more towards this Arizona Diamondbacks team jumping all over Dave Fiest here in game number 3. That's why between the Minnesota Twins and the Arizona Diamondbacks, we're going to smack the YRFI yes runs first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Texas Rangers and the Baltimore Orioles. We're smacking the NRFI, no runs first inning. Game number 2 between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. We are smacking the NRFI. And in game number 3 between the Minnesota Twins and the Arizona Diamondbacks, we are smacking the YRFI yes runs first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. It helps me out a ton, and it costs you guys none. And make sure to go follow me over on X at Nick Menken for every one of my MLB full game plays. Best of luck and best bets.